Out of all the Marvel movies ever made, this is certainly one of them. Ant-Man is the final installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 2. It stars Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, aka Scott Lang. It stars Michael Douglas as Hank Pym, who is the OG Ant-Man, and Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne, who is a daughter of Hank Pym. This movie is not like your typical Marvel movie. It's more of a heist movie than anything, but it still manages to hit a lot of superhero movie cliches, and I find that a bit troubling. Also, something that's severely lacking from this movie is that Marvel moment. And what I mean by that is, for example, Age of Ultron, the Hulkbuster fight scene, Captain America the Winter Soldier, the freeway fight scene, Iron Man, the Golmera scene. Things like this that stick out and stand the test of time and things you can always remember and look back on and makes you want to watch that film again. There really isn't that moment in this film. The beginning of the film has Scott Lang just getting out of prison, serving a sentence for being a burglar, and he's one of the finest burglars in all of the land. He's struggling to find a job, so he ends up taking one last job, and this leads him to Hank Pym, who's had his eye on him. And Hank wants him to do a job, and you've seen this from the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. The strongest points of the film, acting-wise, are definitely Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly. They are definitely the strongest actors in this film, but I say the highlight of the entire film, by far, is Michael Pena and his character in this movie. He was hilarious. He had great comedic timing. As far as Paul Rudd, he's kind of on a peaks and valleys. There were scenes that I thought he was pretty damn good in, and there were other scenes where he remembered he was Paul Rudd. The CGI and special effects in this movie are a bit hit and miss as well. I didn't think the ants looked all that great. I almost felt like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids had better effects than what we got here. But the scenes that are showing him going from tall down to little and back and forth, those scenes were magnificent and they were really cool to look at. As far as connecting this to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there is a conflict Ant-Man has with a previous character we've seen in a previous Marvel film that I thought was awesome. And the third act of this film is by far the strongest. The Yellow Jacket suit is amazing to look at, but the character behind that, played by Corey Stoll, I didn't think he was anything really special at all. In fact, he just seemed like, and a lot of people have problems with Marvel Cinematic Universe villains, he seemed like a run-of-the-mill Marvel Cinematic Universe villain. Nothing really stood out about him. He had a lot of cliches, he had a lot of monologuing going on in this film, and I just wasn't really feeling any sense of danger or urgency in this film at all. It does try to have a lot more comedy than any other Marvel film to date, except for maybe Guardians of the Galaxy, but I felt like Guardians of the Galaxy did that a lot better. That being said, this is still a fun film to watch. There's still a lot of good things that happen in this. It's just not as strong as most of the Marvel films that I've seen in the past. So that's why I'm going to give this film a 7 out of 10. I still recommend checking it out, but I don't think it's anything you have to go and run out to the theater to see. If you are a huge fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe like I am, I would still recommend seeing it because of the after credit scenes. There are two. The first one is, okay, cool. The second one is fucking awesome. So check it out. Let me know what you guys thought. Please like the video. Please comment below and subscribe at the end of this video. And as always, thank you for watching.